Yeah, that was a nice little respite. But now, let's speak with Yazan to continue the chain quests, with the level 80 quest entitled Curing What Ails. Yazan requires a capable green thumb to assist him. Well then, if you're willing, I have a task that requires immediate attention. It's simple, but essential, namely, the gathering of herbs. The child is in a vulnerable state, and I would fortify her against further sickness. There are also more wounded in this village than I anticipated, and my stores have begun running low. It would be best to replenish them while time affords us an opportunity. Can I count on you to help me? Of course. Splendid. I require several of the reddish soma herbs which grow among the shrubbery to the northeast. With both of us working in tandem, I wager we should have enough gathered before the next bell. Alright. Going northeast to find what we need. So let's have it and get there. Alright, we see the first of the items. Let's go ahead and interact with this shrub. And there's another thing over there at the base of the tree. Get that one. And there's the third. But we're gonna have to fight for this one. Chocobo! Please come out! Have at it. Yeah, come at me with both hands, both snakes coming at me. Well, I got just the remedy for that. Pure annihilation. Yeah, we'll get you out of the way. And down you go. Alright, that takes care of that. Let's go pick from this other shrub. These appear to be the herbs you seek, but only their stems remain. Another enterprising alchemist must have already been here. Well, let's inform Yazan then. Hey there, Yazan. I saw the creatures emerge from the brush, but you felled them before I had a chance to be frightened. I'm glad you survived unscathed. If that had been me... Yeah, if that had been you, it would have been game over. Anyway, did you manage to find the Soma? Indeed we have. Excellent work, excellent work. My search came up fruitless. It appears we're not the only ones seeking this particular herb. Yeah, let's find out why. It shouldn't come as a surprise, I suppose. This area is well known for the medicinal plants which grow here. If my supplies run low once more, perhaps I should ask the villagers if they have any to spare. For now, I believe we've found all we can. Let's return to Palaka's stand. Okay, we are back. Let's speak with Yazan. As I suspected, we weren't the only ones searching the jungle. I returned to my quarters to find a bag positively stuffed to the brim with herbs, including Soma, in fact. I asked a nearby colleague who delivered this bounty, and they told me it was one of the Arkasodara stewards. I believe I know who it is. Her name is Sula, a shy one, but obviously kind of hot. I spied her eavesdropping during our conversation with Passerine. Poorly, I might add. Ah, you noticed too, huh? I apologize for asking more of you at the end of a trying day, but would you speak with her for me? Offer our thanks for the herbs, and perhaps find out if she knows anything of Passerine's troubles. For my part, I'll begin synthesizing the medicine at once. Sula should be somewhere nearby. I pray you have a productive conversation. Let's hope so. So yeah, let's find where she is. She's conveniently right over here. Hello there, Miss Sula. Oh, you are... I mean, who are you? Do you require something from me? Yeah, you know something, don't you? The herbs! I came upon them while hunting, nothing more. I have heard that the medicine made from them is effective in treating the ailments of young children. It seemed only meet that I should do my part, as it were. Yeah. What do you know of Passerine's troubles, or why were you eavesdropping our conversation? That... Well, very well. I believe I can shed some light on the roots of Passerine's distress. That is what you wish to hear, yes? Yazan asked you to speak with me, just as he asked you to gather his herbs. That's right. Well then, perhaps it is best for us to all speak together. Go to him and allow me some time to gather my thoughts. I shall approach you when I am ready. Alright. So back on over to Yazan. And let's see what needs to be said. You're just in time. I only just finished synthesizing the medicine. So, did Sula tell you anything of interest? She's about to, hopefully. Well, well. I suppose I can hear it straight from her. I appreciate that you felt it fit to include me. Firstly, I owe you an apology. I was sneaking about out of concern for Passerine. I know what it is that weighs on her mind, you see. Let me guess, it ended with someone that she knew who got turned? That is what you want to know, yes? The story is troubling to hear, and even more troubling to relate. Before I tell it, you must promise me that you will be her strength in the days to come. Of course, anything to help a friend. Where to begin? The Tsar, her beloved husband, was killed. When the Veil of Chaos descended upon the world, he fled into the jungle and transformed into one of those terrible beasts. He returned here a monster, where my sister Chopper met his wrath. Neither of them survived the ensuing struggle. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling it was something like that. I was there as well. Despite his monstrous form, I knew it was the Tsar. I froze in terror, while Chopper stood undaunted. She fought alone for my cowardice. It was my fault she died. I knew this, and yet... I laid the blame on Passerine's shoulders. I lashed out at her, cursing her for her husband's cowardice. Leave that for another time. When we should have both comforted the other in mourning, I turned my back on her. I left her to bear the burden of not one, but 2 deaths. It is only natural that she'll be hesitant to look after another given that. I was a fool to condemn Passerine when it was my duty to protect the people here. I have wanted nothing more than to apologize since that day, but I fear my words were too cruel to forgive. I cannot stand to meet her gaze. So what do we do? It was a difficult time for everyone. We often lose ourselves in moments of crisis, but so long as we find our way back, we are worthy of forgiveness. Chopper would agree, I'm sure. She wouldn't blame you for what happened, nor would she want you to blame yourself. Passerine doubtless feels the same. You are right. I must apologize to her. That is the only course. Rika, was it? I will speak with Passerine, but I require some time to muster my courage. Soon, I promise. Alright, we'll hold you to it. So we'll take our experience at 1015 gil. So yeah, it's now up to Sula to take this quest on further. Let's speak with her to take on her quest entitled The Sins We Bear. Sula looks eager to leave Palaka's stand, but to where is not clear. I think it's very clear. Thank you for lending me ear to my troubles, Rika. If you are willing, there is a place I would travel to, and I wish for you to accompany me. Administering to my duties may help calm my nerves. To that end, I mean to inspect the temples for signs of disrepair. After we have finished, I hope to find the courage to once again look Passerine in the eyes. With all the monsters about, most of my attention of late has been focused on finding and protecting those who have fled. With the arrival of the Radiant Host, however, there is finally time to attend to this long-neglected duty. I too must ask that you go with Sula. Knowing that the holy places are being cared for may set these people's hearts at ease. Even an ounce of comfort is precious in these trying times. Much appreciated. Would that I could join you, but I'm afraid an alchemist's tools are of little use against fangs and claws. That doesn't mean I'll stand idly by, however. I'll remain here and continue making medicine for the children. My hands may be clumsy with sword and shield, but there are few more adroit with mortar and pestle. We are blessed indeed to have a pair such as you looking after us. Well then, let us begin the troll. The patrol, rather, the troll. Our first destination shall be Parusa in the southeast. It is a bit of a trek, so make the proper arrangements before departing. Alright, then away we go. I guess I have to speak with her here and then go to do an inspection. It has been some time since I set foot in these hallowed grounds. In times bygone there were even more such places in this region, but many were removed to Vanaspoti. And we all know how that ended. From one of the divinities worshipped here were the words passed down, that we might send off our departed with its wisdom. Just as life leads to death, so too does death lead to life. Do not shed tears for the departed, for they have but set foot upon a new journey. Do not be forlorn that your paths have diverged, but look forward with joy to the day that they might cross again. For as long as I can remember, I followed in my sister's footsteps. In her absence, I have felt lost. Whenever I think to forge a path of my own making, my legs become heavy and my heart becomes anxious. Yeah, your sister would want you to move forward with courage, or sometimes standing still offers a new perspective, but yeah, you need to show some courage, young lady. Thank you, Rika. Yezon has a generous soul, and to have your wisdom to buoy me is more than I deserve. Would that I could open my heart to Passerine in such a way. This part of the temple appears to be well kept. Let us check the other side, shall we? Alright. Yeah, I don't have time for you guys. We have to make our way to the opposite side, though. And reunite with Sula. This area is in ghastly shape. Scratches here and cracks there. Will you help me investigate further? We'll recover more ground by searching separately. I shall search around this area. I trust you do your due diligence. We'll go ahead and do that. Investigate the 3 damaged stones. We see one over here. The stones here are crumbling and fragments of them litter the ground. It would be best to replace them. Yeah, because they could easily get knocked over. Yeah, try and scan the area for what we need. Nothing is below me. Yeah, where are these things? Yeah, we're gonna have to put up the Langer doing their crap. Okay, there's one. Let's check this one out. The stones here are cracked and require repair. We still need to find one more. And it's right over here. The stones of the foundation appear to be unstable, however, filling in the areas where the grout has fallen away should remedy that. Alright, let's see what Sula has to say. Make our way back. Have you finished? Was it as bad as it looks? It could be, depending on your perspective. I see. This may have been the site of a battle or some other horrible conflict. I must do what I can to see it repaired. Though this temple may be remote, the devout do come here on occasion to offer their prayers. Thank you for helping me today. This has helped me forget the crises that plague us and remind me of simpler times. When we look after the roads and protect the pilgrims on our journeys, I ever looked forward to setting out on patrol with my sister by my side. But I must find a way to manage without her, to set foot upon my own path. My first step must be to apologize to Passerine, even if she may refuse it. No more distractions. That being said, if you are by my side, it may be all the easier for me to find the right words. Especially as the thunder and lightning rolls in. Let's get back to Palaka. Yeah. She instantly teleported through there. Let's speak with Passerine to complete the quest. Oh, hello, Rika. And Sula. I take it your patrol was fruitful. I just administered a soothing salve to Pasurine's child. She sleeps soundly now, so us speaking should not wake her up. Pasurine, I'm sorry. I should not have said all of those horrible things before. I was not in my right mind. It was my fault my sister was killed. I stood frozen in fear when the Tsar attacked, yet when it was all over, I placed the blame on you. I was a fool! No, Sula, you were right. It was I who couldn't ease his troubles. It was my fault he succumbed to the despair that gnawed at his heart. Yeah, we all lost something during this tragedy, but through no one's fault but fate. Yeah, and we shouldn't blame ourselves for their cruelty. Yeah. There is reason in your answer, of course, but forgiveness of the self is no simple matter. I'm overjoyed to speak with you again, Sula. However, I'm afraid I need more time to come to terms with everything that has occurred. And away she goes. Would that I knew how much Pasurine was suffering. I could have been there to comfort her. Perhaps there is something I can do now. Something to set her upon the right path. Let's hope you're right, as we take our experience in 1015 Gil. And we gotta pass things over now to Yazan. Let's go ahead and speak with him to take on the last part of this chain quest entitled Societal Alchemy. Yazan has one final request to make of you. It is plain that Pasurine is not yet ready to forgive herself, but I'm at a loss as to what we should do. Do we leave her be? Or is there some way we can help? I, for one, will not stand idly by while she suffers alone. Perhaps if she had something to remind her of her beloved, she would more easily accept his loss. Pasurine never did have the chance to say her farewells. Rika, I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more. Will I have it? You may indeed. It appears I shall be in your debt again, but it is well worth it. During the chaos, most of us fled northwest to the bridge. Let us retrace those steps and we may find something that belonged to the Tsar. Pick up anything that catches your eye and we can share what we have found once we reach the bridge. Alright. Thank you for all you've done for Sula thus far, Rika. The spirits are already much improved for your efforts. Let's hope that we can effect the same change in Pasurine. The Tsar did enjoy his jewelry and baubles, so it isn't inconceivable that he may have dropped something as he fled. If you should spy anything glittering in the brush, it couldn't hurt to pick it up. Alright, we'll do that. Away we go. Alright, we found something of interest, the glittering objects. We do see something else over there, too. But this is what we didn't want to see. A more ball. Yes, throw everything we have at this thing. Yeah, jump once, jump twice. Throw in some true north. And we'll get rid of this ugly piece of crap. Yeah, just lay it right into ya. And with double life surge, I can now do 2 critical hits against a freak of nature like you. And you're down. Alright. It appears that's all we needed to find. We found the right locations, and let's speak with Sula. How goes the search? I found this necklace among the underbrush. One of the Tsar's favorites, but it seems to me it's the jewel that made it shine so brilliantly. Ah, what's that in your hand? Yeah, would it happen to just be the thing you're looking for? Why, this is it! The very jewel I spoke of! We make an excellent team, eh? However, we cannot give this to Pasurine as it is. We must repair it first. Doubtless his son will be able to lend his expertise in that respect. Let us return to the village and speak with him. Alright. Yeah, that didn't take long at all. And hey, lucky me, first try. Back over to Yazan. Sula has told me all about your findings. Quite excitably, in fact. She's gone to find materials so she can polish the necklace to a mere sheen. As for the jewel, I believe I can take it off your hands for the time being. Alright, here you go. It turns out it's materia. This repair should prove simple enough. Adhesive is one of the most elementary recipes. Yeah, I guess you also have some goldsmith prowess in you too. Once the necklace is in presentable shape, I'll bring Sula to visit Passerine. Could you go ahead and tell her to wait for us? If we take longer than expected, I trust you can keep her enraptured with one of your grand tales. I suppose I can do that. So, back on over to Miss Passerine. Yeah, she doesn't have her baby with her right now. So obviously she'll be open to listening to us. At least that's what I'm hoping for.
You have something for me? I don't recall asking anything of you.
Well, think nothing of it. Yeah, we're back.
Passerine, I would like you to have this, please.
Yeah, you need to have this.
This is the Tsar's necklace. Oh, he was so proud the day he bought this. How in the world did you find it? I had naught but memories to remind me of him, but the sight of this makes me feel that he isn't so far away after all. There is nothing I can do to change the past, but I can work to help give us both a brighter future. This was the least I could do, and I could not have done it without the help of these two. Thank you for this gift truly, and for your wise words. I see now that you're right. We mustn't let the tragedies of yesterday keep us rooted in place.
Well, it takes us a single step forward, but you must want to take it. Or sometimes we must stop to consider the best way forward, but yeah. We'll do a little Confucius on her. Well said, well said. Might I add that wounds heal more quickly when a salve is applied to them. When we ignore the pain they cause, they rot. We must take action to see them healed, and rest when we are tired. Only when our energy returns can we move forward, carefully, one step at a time.
Yes, one step at a time.
So after some pondering...
Yuson, if it isn't too much trouble, could I help to care for the child? The scars of recent tragedy are yet too fresh for me to take care of her entirely by myself. But even so, that doesn't mean I cannot assist in some small way.
Well, at least we got that as a start.
I have my own child to look over, of course, but still, if you were to take the child under your wing, I'd be happy to assist you whenever you needed me. For the time being, I could be her wet nurse. Any medicine she requires would be your responsibility, I suppose. Together, we can see that she emerges from her affliction as hale as any newborn babe.
That's a splendid idea, I must admit. I could hardly think of a better arrangement myself.
I shall hunt and bring food for the child that she might grow to be strong like her father and mother. That is what Chopper would do, and one step at a time I shall make her proud.
So, do what you need to do, Sula.
The emptiness I feel at the Tsar's loss will take some time to fill, but I believe in time I will heal. He would want me to heal. Allow me to thank you once again for all you've done. We owe you more than we can repay. Now, I would like to see the child for myself.
Yeah, where is the child right now, by the way? I'm not one for the subtleties of conversation, but I'd say that went as well as could be expected, wouldn't you? Now, come back to my workshop. There's something I'd like to give you. And I shall see you there. Alright, heading on back. Let's go see how this ends with Mr. Yazan. We've seen how it ends with the ladies. Truth be told, I had already resolved to raise the child myself, but the prospect of having a helping hand is comforting indeed. I suppose the true work starts from here, eh? I'm glad to have finally have good news to share with Karasov and Mevon. I've been so occupied with the treating of sick and injured that I've had little time to think of the departed. My friends really are gone, but I can still honor their memory. Anything particular in mind? If anything has become clear from recent events, it is that the peoples of this settlement must speak with one another about their troubles. Solitary thoughts so quickly turn dark. I am more than capable of treating the wounds we can see, but it takes a community to heal those that are hidden. I admit the latter prospect may take some time for me to become accustomed to. Yeah. Don't be so hard on yourself, your presence puts others at ease. You'll find a way as an alchemist friend and a father, so yeah. Your presence puts others at ease, so that'll help you out. I didn't mean to get myself entangled into such serious matters when I set out to speak with Passerine. So much for that relaxing life I was looking forward to. Regardless, I apologize for dragging you along all this time, even though I doubt we would have arrived at such an amicable conclusion without you. So, I retract my apology. Although her parents are no longer with us, I must do my utmost to raise their child in a way that will meet with their approval. I owe my friends that much. And so, with that, we'll take our experience, 1015 gil, plus the choice of the various foodstuffs, including the Healer's Beet Soup, the Glory Bee Soup for Mage DPS, Tank's Hamsa Curry, or Tank's Kanayarik. Yeah, they definitely are trying to tell us something, so we'll just take some more Hamsa Curry. But there is a bonus quest in store, so yeah, there always is a bonus quest when chain quests converge, so we might as well speak with Yazan then to finish this off. And we'll speak with him for his quest entitled A Budding Adventure. Yazan has yet another favor to ask of the only adventurer he knows. Ah, Rika, just the woman I was hoping to see. Now that I've had the opportunity to speak with more of the people here, I realize their plight is even more dire than I had imagined. The recent crisis has caused the flow of supplies to grind to a halt, and the people can scarcely meet their daily needs. This would be the case even without the influx of refugees. One way we might alleviate this is to requisition a shipment from Yedlamad, but the process takes precious time. I fear that many would starve before we see a single sack of grain. All of this is exacerbated by the lack of able-bodied fighters. The wounded are many, and there are few who have the strength and skill to guard us from the beasts lurking in the forests. The Radiant Host would give their lives to protect us, and have, but every day more of them are injured. Bravery alone is only worth so much in the face of overwhelming numbers. And while I am much appreciative of your help so far, I am not so naive as to think that you will remain here indefinitely. Had we had another of your skill to aid us, we might at least stand a chance to weather the worst of this storm. However, my time at the Great Work was largely in solitude, and the people of this village know little beyond its walls. But you've been to the furthest reaches in Bark, yes? Do you know of anyone else who might lend their stout arm to these humble folk? I know just such an adventurer, as fierce as I, if not more so, or I know someone who could give the merchants proper motivation for a speedy delivery. Yeah, I think either or will do just fine. I knew I could count on your wide web of stoic personages. Ogul and Kankana, you say? I believe we may be able to kill two birds with one stone with that pair. Unfortunately, my hands are full meeting the medicinal needs of the village. Seeing as you're already acquainted with these fellows, could you appeal to them on our behalf? Apologies for once again putting so much on your shoulders, but it is for the good of one and all. Can I count on your assistance? You certainly can. Thank you, friend. Well then, off to Yedlamad to meet this Kankana, eh? Safe travels, and I pray that you will return with good news. And we will see you then. So, let's head on back to Yedlamad. Alright, let's reunite with Kankana. Time to reunite with our dancing Arkasodara. And yeah, Ogul is here too.
Well, if it isn't Rika, I had wondered when you might walk through my door again. You'll be pleased to hear that young Rakashir has taken to adventuring like a thief to a coin purse. He is more than capable enough to assist me on my less arduous tasks.
Well, at least we changed him for sure.
However, indeed his future is bright. However, as much as it heartens me to see you, I sense your visit isn't entirely motivated by curiosity in our affairs, yes?
Indeed, I need to tell you about something.
I see. I did not know that Palaka's stand was beset by such troubles, but I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, all things considered. Naturally, I shall do all my power to help. A few words to the right people and the merchants will have a shipment of supplies ready in a matter of bells. Inform this Yazan that it is on the way for much less coin than the merchants would usually charge. This chaos has gripped all of Razat Han, and it is only together that we shall find the strength to release ourselves from it. And if you require an adventurer, then look no further. The supplies require brave souls to defend them, correct? Then I offer mine. I will await you at the gates. Wait for me, I'm coming too.
And away they go. So let's head on outside. Head on down to speak with 2. Oh, now Ogul is equipped with a backpack and futon. Are we sure she's not a gleaner now?
Kankana made good on her word. Not that I doubted she would. The merchants were all likely too eager to make such a sizable trade. They even provided us with bags and coats for the journey. And it appears Rakashir will be joining us. Try as I might to convince him otherwise, his mind is made up. Hopefully this will prove to be another learning experience for him. My grandmother always did say the road forward is paved with good deeds. The 3 of us shall see that no beast lays fang or claw upon these provisions. There are more supplies to come, but they will be delivered by the Radiant Host. We shall be the vanguard, the harbinger of salvation for Palaka's stand. And with that, let us be off.
And so away they go. Yeah, I'm impressed you can run with that heavy backpack on your shoulders there, Ogul. But yeah, I guess you're so fit that you're able to do something like that. Yeah, carrying a heavy load on your shoulders must seem like child's play to someone such as yourself. So yeah, let's go see just how far up along the way we're going. Yeah, we're pretty much at going to the hatchery here. All the while the stars continue to fall. We gotta make sure that everything works out. And so, let's see. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the hatchery. It's coming into view now. We can also see dangers afoot. Yeah, I got 90 seconds left with my chocobo. Let's make the most of it. Yeah, we got a Wandering Star Might as opposed to a Wandering Star Me. Yeah, the only thing you're evolving into is a corpse. That's what you're going to be evolving into. Load it up and shoot it down. There we go. Ogul.
That was a splendid display indeed. Your bravery never ceases to impress. I've never seen such a fierce warrior. I dare say she's every bit your equal. Children are so easily impressed. While Rika is indeed a formidable adventurer, your teacher has many great deeds to her name and more yet to come. Now the village is not far. Let us march and I shall challenge any monster to approach. Hold on, you forgot the supplies!
Yeah, I guess she had to drop them in order to fight so that she wasn't encumbered. Yeah, good job there, Rakashir, unless you're trying to steal them. But nope, away he goes. Alright, where do they go? Ah, here they are. And looks like Sula is around here too.
Did you see that, Rakashir? Mark how quickly that beast succumbed to the flurry of blades. In no small part thanks to this brave Akasodara. Ah, so this is the adventurer that Yazan spoke of. Not since my last hunt with sister have I fought so effortlessly with another. And never have I felt so invigorated to have such a mighty Akasodara fighting by my side.
Yeah, you've definitely come around a long way there, Miss Ogul.
How do you keep it up? Just watching you has me out of breath.
But not bad breath, right?
Endurance is the product of long hours of practice, lad. Well then, it seems my hunt is finished. Let us return to Palakistan before we draw the attention of something deadlier. Yazan will be eager to speak with you upon your return. Do not keep him waiting for long.
And so away we go. Yeah, now Ogul has what she needs. Let's head on over to Palaka's stand. And reunite with Yazan. And here's everyone. There you are. Sula told me you brought both the supplies and the protection you promised. She is at present preparing the game she hunted.
She promised to spar with me afterward. I am fast feeling that I have made the right choice in coming here.
I am grateful for her loss. It will do Sula good to have your energizing presence by her side. I understand that there are yet more supplies to come. I must find a way to thank the merchants and the one who spurred them to action. Kankana, was it? Yeah, she'll spare no effort to see Razahan built, or if there's anything else you require from the merchants, she'd be happy to help. Yeah, let's tell them about it. It seems we've found a reliable ally, thanks to you.
Oh, teacher, don't forget, we should ask about the journal we found. Ah, yes, of course, I was just about to mention it. The beast Sula and I felled was holding fast to this. Perhaps you know whose owner it is?
Yeah, let's give this to you.
This?
By the Menusa? Yes, I do in fact know who penned this journal. They were dear friends of mine. Unfortunately, they didn't survive the tragedy that befell us. Sad face.
I see. I am sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Luckily, the memory lives on in their child, and now this journal. When she comes of age, I'll show this to her, that she might come to know who her parents were.
Life is but a string of meetings and farewells. It is memories that sustain us, that give us life. In this way, those whose journey has ended watch over those with the strength to step forward into a new day. Of all the wisdom grandmother passed down, I hold this to be the most precious. Memories are the greatest treasure that we can leave behind. Your grandmother had a way with words. She could have taught even the divinities a thing or two. I dare say you might be right, young Rakashir. I am not half so wise as she was, but her sage advice has been a beacon with which has always guided me true.
And I think we can all appreciate that. But we'll need to speak with Ogul to continue the quest, because we're not done.
Truth be told, I first accompanied here to repay the debt that I owed, as grandmother would have wanted. I see now, however, that fate intended for me to be here. In Sula, I have met a comrade in arms, and in Rakashir, I have found a capable and eager student. For both of their sakes, I must strive ever to be better than the day I was before. Perhaps I should take up the art of dance? The fierce display of the Seki Segumi compelled me to set down my spear and take up the katana, but the grace and deadliness with which the dancers throw the weapons has a charm all its own. Some measure of peace has returned to the Matanga, and I believe my skills will be put to better use here. An adventurer must court challenge after all. My teacher has a daring spirit of slightly reckless, but worry not, I'll make sure she doesn't come to harm. Have you listened to a single word I said, Rakashir? You have no notion of the dangers I must brave daily. For now you should be content to behold the great deeds and learn from them. I wager your adventures will soon take you far from here, Rika. Rest assured I shall safeguard the people of Palaka's stand in your stead. I look forward to hearing tales of your exploits.
I look forward to sharing them with you.
Well then, the first rule of the day is to attune to the Aetheryte and gather information. Jot this lesson down, young Rakashir, for these are the fundamentals of adventuring. Come now.
And away they go. And Yazan, the final word goes to you. Our lack of supplies was weighing heavily on my mind. I feared for both Passerine and the child. But for the first time in a long while, I could breathe easily. I guess we have one question we should still ask. Was the child ever given a name? Ogul's presence has proven to be a salve on Sula's mood as well. She laughs as if she hasn't since her sister's passing. We both have you to thank for our reversals of fortune. Even the departed have benefited from Ogul's arrival. The delivery of the journal was an unexpected boon and will doubtless prove to be vital in raising the child. When she becomes old enough to understand its contents, she will come to know the deep love her parents bore for her. A love so steadfast that it will shield her from the world's cruelty. Of course, I intend to tell her all about your part in her salvation as well. But for now, there's work to be done. For both of us, I'm sure. Wheresoever your travels may take you, don't forget the friends you have in this corner of Thavnir. And lastly, be safe. If I die before I can repay the debt I owe you, I'll hunt you through the 7 hells until the ledger is balanced. So, let's see it doesn't come to that, eh? Yes, indeed. So, we'll take our experience and our 1,375 gil for completing this final quest out here in Thavnir. And away he goes. And so, with that, all of the side quests in Thavnir are now finally cleared out. We certainly had a lot of them to take care of, but that doesn't mean that everything is done here in Thavnir, because now there are side quests to do in Raz-At-Han too. So I gotta make sure that when I join you guys again this evening, we start to get those checked off the list also. So there is still a lot of things to do in and around the island, but next time we'll do those things within the safety of the city. And if nothing else, it'll give me an opportunity to start leveling up my various alt jobs because, yeah, I'm a third of the way now to 89. Yeah, that's crazy when you think about it, and to think there's still so many side quests left to do, I'm definitely going to need to make sure that my various other jobs get a little love as well, because ultimately I'm going to need to show off all of the various job quests that are available in Endwalker. Of course, I'll have my other preceding Warriors of Light to help out with that. And on top of that, once that's all said and done, I'll need to make sure I've got something else that's going to be really special as well. I think you'll enjoy it. But I will reconvene with you guys later tonight as we continue on with the various side quests here on the island as we take our journey back into Raz-At-Han. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. We'll see you guys back here on Twitch as we continue on back in the city and see what help people need over there. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.